What's up, family? We're going to talk really quick about fear. It's going to be 4 minutes long. Stay tuned. All right, look, everyone. Do not quote me. I know the video says it's longer than 4 minutes. I am fully aware. Fully aware. But I appreciate your attention to detail. So let's talk about fear. Fear, fear, fear. I like to put, what are those things called? Anagrams, I think. When you spell out a word, and for each letter of the word, you create a new word out of it. For fear, I've already posted this on my IG probably 2 or 3 times, and then I story it quite a bit. If you don't follow me on IG, I don't know what you're doing, man. I already put the links up here, I think, right? I put the little names or whatever. And I also put it down below in the description of the YouTube video. But on my IG, fear, to me, is false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. Everything is an appearance in reality, including reality. The reality we live in is an appearance. Something has appeared in front of us. We can see it, taste it, smell it, feel it, and hear it, right? Look, fear, false evidence appearing real is so deep to me because we see all of these things, and I'm not even going to talk about the media because the media is just so over talked about at this point. I'm over it. Everyone knows the media is lying to us. I hope at this point. If you don't know, please find out. I'm going to use a different example. Look, let's say a conversation you're having with somebody, okay? Anytime that people are conversating, especially if it's in a debate type of setting or someone's trying to prove their point as being the right one over the other person's, that's where a lot of fear comes into play. If you really, really dive deep and think about it, fear can be something that is so intangible, meaning you cannot even fathom what it would be like if it were to happen or if this is the truth. So why entertain that? Because you can do the same thing with something positive, with success and with glory, with Yahweh, with your God, whatever it is. Look, the way that I see fear, if you're having a conversation with somebody and you're combative, that's what most debates end up being for people who really have a lack of communication skills and don't see the patterns emerge as they do. Well, let's say I'm the person who wants my point to be put across, and you watching the video, you have a point that you want to make to me. And let's say we're talking about milk. I mean, let's just say we're talking about freaking milk. I like almond milk. You like regular milk. I'm trying to prove to you why almond milk is better for you. You're trying to prove to me why you don't give a fuck and why regular milk tastes good to you. You don't feel anything. You know, when you drink it, it doesn't feel bad. You feel just fine when you drink that shit. Okay, cool. Well, in that instance, if we're both uneducated communicators with one another, we're both going to go back into our fear-based setting, okay? And that fear is a fear of losing out on a belief that you've had for so long, or a belief that you've just acquired, okay? Let me repeat that. The fear in that type of conversation, as an example, and this I broke it down in this conversation thing so that you can see it on a big scale, okay? When big things happen. So this is my new conversation. I like almond milk. You want regular milk. Okay, cool. Well, you've been drinking regular milk your whole life. You're like, this almond milk movement is brand new. I don't fucking give a shit about it. I don't like it. Whatever. Well, what you're going to realize is that if you're thinking about it and how I'm preaching it to you, you're going to realize that your stomach's going to start to churn a little bit. Your heart's going to race a little faster. Your throat's going to feel a little clogged up. Your hearing and your listening skills actually might dim, because you're trying to hear your own voice over the other person's, okay? And I know you know this is true, okay? So when those things are coming up, that is a fear and anxiety. Those are fear and anxiety symptoms. Why does that happen to us? Why are we so afraid to hear someone else's point of view and to let go of our beliefs, even if it is just for a conversation? See, fear can appear in many different ways. Fear to me is false evidence appearing real. That's it. False evidence appearing real. That's it. False evidence appearing real. I'm going to keep saying it. It's like a mantra. False evidence appearing real. Anyone can make you fearful. For me, I can make a Wikipedia blog right now about how metal doesn't really get heated up if you put a fucking flame to it. And I can show you a shit ton of proof as to how I came to that conclusion. Well, that's going to test your understanding of heat and metal, right? That's going to test that for you. And that's going to bring you into a weird place of like, okay, I'm kind of scared. Has my belief been false this whole time? No, my false evidence is appearing real to you and you're allowing it to. That's what I wanted to break it down to, is that we allow the fears that we have. We allow them to be fears all the time. How do we overcome and conquer these? Because I don't want to leave you just like, oh shit, I'm scared of every fucking thing, right? That's probably one of the things that you're thinking, like, damn, if that happens in a conversation, well then, okay, that happens with this and this and this. Now you're starting to see the pattern. That's good. That's a good thing, okay? Because you are not your patterns. You are not your habits. You are not your thoughts. You are not your feelings, okay? Those are experiences that you have. So, like I said, I wanted to break it down that way so that you can see the patterns as they emerge. Now, how do we overcome these fears? Well, we notice them first. So you're already on the right track, because the next time you go into a somewhat of a debate conversation, or you want to prove your point more than the other person, and you feel those feelings, you're gonna be like, oh shit, this is that fear shit. What do? Breathe. That's always my first word of advice. Breathe. Breathe. Let them talk. Even if you're not listening to them, breathe. Because instantly your heart rate's going to slow. Your oxygen is going to permeate into your brain, which will allow you for better thinking processes. So that way you're not just spitting out shit and yelling, or that way you just don't shut down if that's something you normally do when people are arguing with you. Okay? Breathe. That's my first level of advice. I will make more videos on this, but for now, I love you. Mwah. Much love.